Well, President Obama thinks raising taxes on the rich is the answer to the nation's $16 trillion debt problem, but Americans disagree. According to a Reuters poll, more voters say cutting government programs is the answer, not raising taxes. Time to bring out our panel. Yu-Dee Chang is the chief trader and sole principal at Ace Investment Strategists in D.C. Carol Roth is a best-selling author and business expert in Chicago. And Monica Crowley is a radio talk show host. Monica, let's start with you.
Yeah, and you know what? This is not the first poll to show this. Poll after poll for years now have shown that the vast majority of the American people say that the solution to our annual deficits and the solution to the national debt crisis is to reduce spending. It's not to raise taxes. And remember that the Tea Party actually grew out of this movement that Americans are taxed enough already, which is what the word T stands for, which is why it's no longer just sort of an incipient movement, but which is why it represents mainstream America.
Yu-Dee, weigh in here, sir. I mean, do you agree with the majority of Americans?
Well, first of all, we get it, right? So we want to raise taxes, just not mine. We want to cut spending, but just not my program. Well, with that said, like Monica said, no doubt about it, surveys have shown month after month, most Americans says, hey, cut spending. I don't want to be supporting the Secret Service relaxation program somewhere. Or maybe the...
Is that what they're calling it now?
Well, the GSA's extravagant parties, right? So absolutely cut spending first. And also, this poll also shows me that most Americans don't even understand between spending and also taxes. So I think tax system is too complicated. So you need a simpler tax system along with spending
There's a
cuts.
lot of things that could be done here. Carol, what do you say?
So going on Yu-Dee's simple thing, imagine this were your household and your kid, you said spend $20 on the credit card and he goes and racks up $20,000 of credit card debt. The same thing's happened here with the government. They're racking up $16 trillion of credit card debt and the taxpayers are on the hook for it. So how would you solve it with your kid? You would say no more spending. The same thing with the government. If it makes sense in your household, it should make sense for the American people, Jerry.
Amen and amen. Okay, let's talk about hair. Former Senator and presidential candidate John Edwards will always be remembered for his expensive taste on the campaign trail, particularly his famous $500 haircut. But say no more, he was just seen taking his strands to the pros down at Supercuts in Raleigh, North Carolina, spending just $13. And I think it looks fantastic. Monica, what do you say?
You can't even tell the difference, right? The $500 haircut looks exactly the same as the Supercuts. Big fan of Supercuts, by the way. Listen, this is a guy who imploded for a lot of reasons. But remember, the first sort of mini scandal with John Edward was that great YouTube video of him touching up his hair before a television interview. And they set it to the song I Feel Pretty. And after that, he was doomed. And then, of course, now he's on trial for a whole variety of reasons. But most Americans, even most Democrats, realize that this guy is a total dirtbag.
Well, Carol,
good hair or not.
I don't know if you agree with total dirtbag, but what do you say about this? $13, that's a good deal.
I think $13 is a phenomenal deal, and I think that his previous haircut at $500 was a really bad deal, and it just goes to show that politicians who are really good at spending money aren't so good at investing and allocating capital, and perhaps we need to get some extreme couponers in Congress because a $12.95 Supercuts deal seems like a really good one to me, Jerry.
Yu-Dee, what do you spend?
Well, I don't know what I spend, but I think he looks pretty. As a matter of fact,
what do you spend, Yu-Dee? What do you spend on your fabulous hair?
$14.95. Actually, he looks so pretty. The fact that
I don't think off, Yu-Dee.
Yeah, actually, you know what? His next haircut is going to be even cheaper. It's going to be free in federal prison. As a matter of fact, I think he looks a little too pretty to be surviving in federal prison. Maybe he should toughen up a little bit, you know, shave his head, maybe do a Fu Manchu, and maybe get some tattoos. Says, I don't know, some slogan, maybe "To Americas" or something.
All right. Yu-Dee, Carol, Monica, thanks for helping us out tonight. Great job, as always. We love this panel. You guys rock.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back with my 2 cents more and the answer to our question.